Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man channel. Hope you're all doing good and well. So for this Friday's album review, I'm reviewing the 10th studio album from Machine Head of Kingdom and Crown, which came out today via Nuclear Blast, and the album is 13 tracks and 58 minutes in length. In Machine Head, of course, we have Robb Flynn on vocal duties. Vog from Decapitated is now doing the guitar work. Jarrod McEachern on bass, Matt Alston on the drums. So with Machine Head's discography, I feel like it's quite a mixed discography in the sense that I like some of their albums quite a lot, others not so much. I really love Burn My Eyes and still regularly go back to that album. That is one of my favourite metal albums as it happens. And I like Through the Ashes of Empires quite a bit as another album I enjoy. There are a few albums I'm really not so keen on, including the pretty widely panned Catharsis that came out a few years ago. I'm not one for that album either. So this new album comes after that. I do feel like it's, on the whole, it's a step up from that album for me. Still feel like I've got some mixed feelings towards this album. But let's go into the tracks a bit more and I'll explain a bit more about, why I feel the way I do about this album. So you start off with actually this kind of 10-minute epic opening track called Swords of the Martyr, which I actually felt was one of the highlights of the album. It's got quite a slow build, showcasing Robb Flynn's, I'd say, pretty good, clean vocals at the beginning, before it explodes into that nice guitar groove and the elements of Machine Head you're more likely to expect, I guess. Some impressive drum work as well on this album and in this song, I thought. And a pretty decent chorus as well to keep the track going. And I quite enjoyed this one despite its longer length as an album opener as well. Quite a bold choice to have a 10-minute epic to start off with. Choke on the Ashes of Your Hate was another high point for me of the album, with some good tempo, high tempo riffing. And what you come to find with Machine Head, they have that kind of trademark pinch harmonic sound that you get with some of their guitar riffs. And that features, I think, on Choke on the Ashes of Your Hate a bit as well. Where the album falls down for me is with I'd say the songwriting, and kind of a bit of a lack of imagination with songs as the album goes on. I felt you go from track to track and you get deeper into the album, you find yourself looking for a bit more. For me, in terms of the song structures, the songwriting, lyrical content for me is also, a little bit sort of lacking in imagination from my point of view. Take the track Kill Thy Enemies, for example, which has the lines "Kill thy enemies, forge your destiny, love will set you free," and that kind of thing is, for me, where the album doesn't really kind of generate much excitement. I mean, it just feels a little kind of boring and annoying after a while as you dig deeper into this album. Bloodshot's another track that didn't do much for me. Rotten as well. Rotten was kind of fun. I mean, I do get some people will say there are songs of this album which will actually be quite good to play live, and because they're quite catchy. For me, I found them a little bit irritating, those tracks, but I mean, Rotten, I can see it has its appeal. It was kind of, it kind of felt like it had a fun aspect to it as well. So there is that side of things. But on the whole, this album for me, as I say, I have slightly conflicted feelings. On the one hand, I enjoyed the musicianship quite often on display on this album, there's no doubt about that. But for me, the songs grew a bit tiresome as the album went on. I struggled to stay engaged. I felt, as I say, like the content and the songwriting of some of these songs was lacking a little bit in imagination. But that aside, it's not bad. I'm going to give this album a 6 out of 10 for my review this Friday. Do let me know in the comments, what did you think of this Machine Head album? Do you think it's one of their best? I mean, for me, as I say, I think it's an improvement on the previous album. Maybe this album is actually going to be a gateway to something even better next time. I mean, I said that with another review I did recently. I think it was the Arch Enemy album. So maybe this is the case with Machine Head. This is bridging the way to something really good coming up in the future, because there were high points on here all round, I thought, but there was just, as I say, the album as it went on became a bit more of a drag for me personally. So do let me know what you thought of this one. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, from me, coming up this weekend, we got quite a bit of content on the way. A Soilwork tier list is going to be coming to you tomorrow night. On Sunday, I'm doing a collaboration again with JC Rock and Metal reviews and Children on the Couch reviews to talk about Alice in Chains, often overlooked but fantastic Black Goose Way to Blue. So do join me for those. Otherwise, from me, I'm now going to sign out. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.